Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Touch pass on the run. Tackled, but he has a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Howard. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Ohio State! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
And he puts through the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Alabama quickly back to the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the big fella. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. He'll come out throwing on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State 7, Alabama 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. With jet sweep pass. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Alabama.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Dances away. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Buckeyes are on the move. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
14.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 19. Set to kick this one away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the option. The pitch. At the 35, he's open. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. Split backs here. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires on the run. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. The give is to Miller. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Back to throw, it's Milroe. It's complete! Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down 1 possession. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
Catch and stride inside the 15. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play on 1st down from the 13-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Wide out in motion. This time they'll go to the running game. At the 35, he's loose. All kinds of running room. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. First down for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Bulls his way forward. And runs through another guy. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Makes his connection. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Fires to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. It is perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not.
Open runway ahead. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got loose, it was all over. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. Takes the handoff. It's Judkins. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal for this offense. He's got his man. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will give him the lead. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fair catch called for and made. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more.
What a snag by the defense. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Alabama.
1st down here for the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Dropping back, it's Howard. Quick strike complete. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 30, Alabama 23.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to surge it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
To the air, it's Milroe. Getting some heat. Looking to buy time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, going up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Haynes. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On fourth down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Looking to take a shot. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Motion from the offense. Handoff to the single running back. He breaks a tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He wants to throw here on second down. Makes a connection. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
Second down.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. The throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Looking to the big tight end. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He wants it all. And it's caught. Late touchdown here, probably too little too late. It would take a monumental miracle to come back now.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
To throw, it's Milrow. Release to the back. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Down to 17 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and what a miracle it would be if they pull this out.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
The play-action fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third down, he drops to throw. He wants a big play here late. Into the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. No time left on the clock, and they can tie it with the extra point or win it with 2. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
And the extra point ties the game in the 4th. We'll get it started here in overtime. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Howard. Spits it out to the back. Almost had the huge interception there. Man, what a change that would have been. Instead, we're looking at third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
So on fourth down, it's blocked! Came up huge in overtime. First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Miller. Headed to the end zone. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. He has been surgical, precision.